Grundsätzlich haben wir auch immer 2 von diesen Mikrofonen zur Auswahl, die man steuern kann und auch von egal welcher Position anwenden kann. Die Krawattenmikrofone, die vor euch stehen, vor dir, Edna, genau. Der Stream ist ein bisschen verzögert, das sollte aber okay sein. Wenn Aber bei dir, Kibuni, ist nicht verzögert der Ton, oder? Es geht nur in. Das ist gut, dann passt das für das Webinar. Stream ist egal.
Kibuni, kannst du einmal den Daumen hoch machen? Hallo? Hallo, könnt ihr mich hören?
drücke. Ne?
Hi guys. Can you hear me well? I cannot hear you. Your microphone is off. Can someone hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
Okay. Welche war das jetzt? Ich mache es nochmal. You can just, we need to, Kibuni, bitte den mal.
Jetzt ist richtig, jetzt ist richtig.
Okay.
Machen.
Okay.
Und jetzt ganz kurz mal gucken. Ich mache das mal laut.
Genau.
Aber hier haben wir noch gar keinen Ton drauf. Ist die Frage.
Muss der Ton abgespielt werden von dem? Okay.
I wanna make something here, and you tell me please which image is the best, okay?
Luina, can you hear me? It's easy.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
You can just test, go on and test, and we can hear you then in the room. Please speak to us. We're not starting yet.
Okay. I'm trying here. Can you guys hear me? I'm a bit worried with the internet in my computer. So I think I might stream it to my phone. But I need to know if you can hear me well.
Luina,
Yeah.
we can hear you well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Second.
Your African.
Can you hear
me?
Because they cut
Luina, with you, with your audio, is everything all right? Please don't worry. We're just testing something else to make the video work, okay? And please keep during the conference, keep your audio muted on as long as you don't talk. Of course, unmuted when you're talking. Then everything's super.
Okay. Are we starting how many minutes approximately?
very nice.
I don't know if you are aware, but like there is like an echo, a huge echo. I don't know if people in other places are also hearing this, but
you can hear me? 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 Can hear me?
There is a huge echo. I know that you're saying something, but I just hear your echo.
This button.
Echo.
You can have it there.
Okay.
And then because I will-
Hello. Yeah. So no echo anymore. This was your laptop, the problem.
Where are the closing words?
I have done it. I will.
Yes, I mean.
These are the closing.
Yes,
Okay.
the problem with the statement is you cannot just do something like and then just.
Okay, then read the statement.
No, we just
I will just take over for the. I'll just take over for the closing words. Or I don't know.
Echo again.
I know. This was definitely too much. Yes. Die Medienton soll vom PC sein, das soll gar nicht.
Oh my God.
Ich mach das nochmal. Und dann sieht es nochmal ich habe glaube ich gesehen schon mal okay.
No, tell me when to start.
Yes. Den Laptop bitte einstellen, weil das sprengt mir sonst die.
Take a picture. Then I'll say, I didn't write you. Let me know when to start.
Guys,
Luina, I think I have the solution now.
okay.
Also, we can.
No, what we are going to have?
That's the video. We need to play the video there.
Ist das noch
Okay, who's going to do that?
was gewohnt?
Okay,
Wir
okay,
müssen
okay.
einmal den Audio in Zoom einmal auf den Laptop wieder zurückstellen. Wir wollen jetzt nicht mehr dieses Echo haben.
Jan,
Okay.
who's going to play the speech here? Armand song. You will play the two sides.
That's the question. If we, in the moment, das Video noch woanders drauf. Bitte den Ton einmal komplett auf den Laptop wieder umstellen. Weil dann kriegen wir dieses scheiß Echo rein. Das können wir nicht gebrauchen. Es wird oben nicht erkannt. Also wieder auf den Laptop umstellen. Aber nur wenn ich jetzt das reintue, dann kriegen wir wieder dieses Echo.
Jetzt.
Apathy, I like it. Apathy, I like it.
So we
Nochmal.
No, I will start. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Ich krieg immer
Bye bye.
wie verhext. Guck mal, wenn ich jetzt rede, dann ist alles normal. Everything is normal, but when I plug in this, it's completely broken. Ja, weil dann kriege ich wieder dieses komische Echo rein. Und nee, ich glaube, das liegt am Laptop. Okay, geh mal raus aus dem, ja. Aber ich glaube, das liegt am Laptop hier. Hallo? Okay,
Yes.
momentan ist kein Problem, no problem the moment. Und
Yes, now I can hear you without echo.
okay, it was a Zoom.
to make the announcement. I just need to connect it to.
Oder kann man das? Du kannst jetzt noch einmal versuchen, den Ton. Du kannst. You can.
Yeah, I will. Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it.
Hello and good morning
Try
to
one more
everyone.
time.
Unfortunately, I can't be with you today in Bayreuth when you're having your African Union model simulation. Because of other duties, I'm not going to be able to join you guys. But I wish you a very nice.
Kibumi is going to play the video.
Is that
I will
important?
request him.
I can,
So it is very much there.
can come up. Because this will make things even more complicated now. Also, das mit dem Video geht, wir müssen es nur noch lauter machen. Ja? Und sonst geht alles. Luena hören wir. Welcher Ausgang ist das? Okay. So, also noch einmal Mikrofone. Hallo? Okay. Gut.
Yeah.
Okay. Ja. Hallo. That's working. No echo here. Good. So.
Over to
Yes.
me.
So you only press this button.
Let me know.
Or does somebody-
Please let me know some minutes before you start, okay?
Wir tauschen die Kameras. Wir haben genug Kameras. 3 Stück. Wir machen das, okay?
Okay.
Alles klar.
I am very loud. I am already loud.
You can also join. So here,
I'm already very loud.
I think we can hear you better when you,
Okay,
or you press this button.
okay, I'll press this button. So shall I
It's
start?
better for you? Okay, for every speaker. And now
Yeah,
it's
okay.
working. Okay,
So shall I start?
I'll just leave it
Where is Dagmar? Shall I start?
on now.
Shall I start?
Um,
On Dagmar? Let me check. Good evening, distinguished delegates and chair, dear guests and MAU team. I would like to welcome you all wholeheartedly on behalf of all the MAU members who made it this far for the conference 2022. Planning and organizing a hybrid conference in post-COVID-19 scenario was indeed a huge challenge. It saw the determination, dedication, and love for the Model African Union Conference that made it possible, and now it's happening. Congratulations for the marvelous efforts. Traveling in post-COVID-19 scenario is one of the biggest existing hurdles. The mobility within our own countries and across borders is still challenging. There were also many applicants not receiving their visas, which again points out the imbalances regarding free movement. We are happy to nevertheless welcome those who made it to be here in person, and congratulations to those too who didn't make it to come but are very much with joining the YouTube live stream. It's all about the bonding and understanding. Talking of YouTube and Zoom, special thanks to our IT team members who are really facing a lot of challenges and making it work despite these glitches and related issues. It is an honor and an immense pleasure to meet you all. We can feel the enthusiasm you have for the African continent and this year's conference theme, that is Africa and the diaspora, rethinking the role of Africans and Afro descents for the mother continent. Whether it's a workshop, seminar, art, cooking together, or a simple conversation, we all are getting connected. On behalf of the Bayreuth Model African Union Bayreuth Association, I would like to thank our honorable guest, Professor Dr. Rudiger Sessemann, who took the time out of his busy schedule to share some inspirational words with us. Thank you to our sponsors for all your support brought for the WELT and the African Multiple Cluster of Excellence of the University of Bayreuth. This conference could not have been possible without your help and support. I would also like to thank our workshop and panel discussion facilitators and moderators, our artists who performed and are yet to perform after this. Thank you for sharing your talent and creativity with us. We all are so grateful for all of you who attended the workshops and panel discussions we planned. I hope you were able to learn and perhaps teach each other something of value. Thank you to all the chairs for preparing and running our committee session, for making the core of our conference, which is the simulation of the African Union, happen. We are also grateful to our wonderful delegates for your participation. You are the heart of our conference. I would like to congratulate you all. Apart from learning from each other, there are so many recreational activities yet to come. Let's continue to have memorable moments together. I want to thank again our team and especially our chairperson, Luina Ricardo, for motivating us and making this conference possible. I will give the word to Luina now via Zoom. Please, Loina.
Distinguished chairs, distinguished delegates, distinguished guests, and members of the Model African Union Bayreuth. My compliments. I am Luena Ricardo, chairperson of the Model African Union Bayreuth, speaking with you from Oxford, United Kingdom. The Model African Union Bayreuth Association was created in 2015 by a group of students from the University of Bayreuth interested in fostering projects and discussions about Africa in Bayreuth's academic and cultural arenas. The first BAYMAU conference was held in 2016. Since then, the organization has contributed to shaping platforms of discussion with Africa and the youth in the center. In the format of the conference changed with the times. The COVID-19 pandemic required us to adapt to the new times and gave us the opportunity to explore new formats of engagement, especially online ones. The great benefit of this change is that we are now able to reach people from all over the world. In the present year of 2022, we are thrilled to have engaged for the conference the best of both worlds in a hybrid format with online and in-person engagements. The theme of the present year is Africa and the diaspora, rethinking the role of Africans and Afro-descents on the mother continent. From this topic, we intend to bring light to the conceptualization of diaspora and its critical importance for comprehending the complex patterns of globalization and migration in a fast transforming world. Our main purpose is, through the discussions throughout the event, to increase awareness of African diaspora participation and the critical role of transnational communities in promoting development in their home countries throughout the African continent. To convey this, we prepared a detailed agenda that offers academic and cultural opportunities for the delegates. The conference aims at achieving diversity and plurality in areas of expertise or intervention, geographies, and a wide array of themes addressed to enrich the debate. Proof of that was yesterday's panel discussion. People from the African continent, Latin America, North America, and Europe followed attentively the discussions about engagement of the African diaspora with the mother continent, reflections on the Black text, and Ubuntu, where specialists addressed their academic and professional understandings on the topic, enabling a rich debate experience that offered food for thought to our participants. This discussion also raises our expectations for the next panel discussion to be held on Friday in a hybrid format with the theme, One United Six Region of Africa, reflections on the plurality of the African diaspora and the sense of identity and belonging. We hope that you will enjoy this learning opportunity. Besides that, in our pre-program, we were delighted to have offered enlightening workshop opportunities that aimed to foster discussions on youth engagement in Africa and post-diasporic discussions. The great exchange of ideas and perceptions on these different themes give us ideas for future engagements and discussions surrounding African affairs. Soon, you will represent a nation in a committee of the African Union. Enjoy this opportunity to not only study more about the country, but also to enhance your communication, diplomatic, research, and networking skills, among others. The committees you will participate and the topics of them, they were carefully thought out so you could critically think about real life challenges surrounding Africa and its diaspora. The chairs, who have our highest appreciation, are here to guide you and contribute to a smooth and vibrant simulation experience. Building a conference such as BAYMAU 2022 was a challenging, necessary, and motivating endeavor. The platform provided by BAYMAU empower us, the students, with the protagonist role we so frequently demand from our world leaders. Such events give us the opportunity to discuss the continent with politicians, specialists, and African affairs advocates from Germany and abroad. That's why teamwork was essential to the creation of the conference we are experiencing today. Here, I congratulate the work and dedication of every member of the Secretariat who worked endless days and nights so that this event could be possible. I also want to show our appreciation to our sponsors who have for years supported our conference. The Cluster of Excellence, today represented by Professor Dr. Sizeman and Bread of the World, believe in our cause and understand the importance of discussions prepared and ruled by youth towards the development of the continent and its diaspora. Therefore, I declare the 2022 session of the Model African Union Bayreuth Conference open with votes of productive work for all parties involved. Thank you.
An honor for all of us. Kindly join us to share your thoughts.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for having me. It is a tremendous pleasure for me to be here among you, students, most of you, I assume, some of them perhaps participants in other capacities, but I am really, really delighted to see your dedication, your commitment, your engagement for the Model African Union and for the cause of Africa. So I would also like, I'm not sure who is online, to read those who are watching us right now. And it seems that some of the guest speakers are yet to arrive. In case they are online or they happen to do this video later, I also want to greet you and welcome you to Bayreuth. I should say perhaps that my first encounter with Model African Unions goes back to the year 2007, and that was not in Bayreuth, but at Northwestern University, Evanston, Illinois, in the United States, where I taught at the time, and where there was a really, really active group of students who convened also conferences and recruited delegates and discussed these matters. So when this initiative came up here in Bayreuth in 2016, as we have just heard, I was really delighted, though in the coming years I wasn't able to attend as I would have wished for health reasons, but I'm really, really pleased that you were able to sustain this activity, which is really not something ordinary. I think it is really extraordinary that you are managing to hold Model African Union sessions every year, because it is really just a voluntary engagement coming from students here. Students come and go. It means you have to hand this over to new generations. This generational change is always a challenge. And I really cannot commend you enough for having this energy and commitment so as to keep the Model African Union in Bayreuth alive. And not only this, you have also managed to bring really outstanding people here to Bayreuth to engage in discussions on topics, a wide variety of topics that are of highest relevance to Africa. So this is a huge achievement, and I would like to congratulate you on this. Perhaps a few words about the Africa Multiple Cluster of Excellence, of which I am the dean or spokesperson. It is an institution that was established in early 2019, and it is part of the so-called excellence strategy of the German federal and state governments. This so-called excellence strategy is designed to promote and support cutting-edge research in all fields of scholarship and science. There are currently 57 clusters of excellence funded in Germany. The one here in Bayreuth is perhaps outstanding because it's the only one that has a focus on regions outside of the global north. And most clusters of excellence, I should add, are actually in the sciences, medicine, engineering, etc. So I think there are only 6 or 7 clusters in the field of social sciences and humanities, whereas all others fall into other spheres of scholarly activity. And the fact that we were able to get this cluster here to Bayreuth was a huge achievement. We are receiving substantial money. Actually, the money we bring to the University of Bayreuth accounts for more than 25% of third-party funding coming through the German Research Foundation, the largest third-party funder in Germany. So we are really happy to have this. And the title of our cluster is or the name is Africa Multiple, and the subtitle is Reconfiguring African Studies. We seek to open up new perspectives and new paths, in the plural, path, in the study of Africa. And we are doing this especially through establishing new types of relationship and cooperation with African academic partners. We have, after our foundation, selected 4 African partner institutions with whom we work. We call them the African Cluster Centers. They are located at the University of Lagos in Nigeria, at Joseph Kizerbo University in Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso, Moi University in Eldoret, Kenya, and Rhodes University in Makanda, South Africa. So this is one of the things we are trying to do to set up new forms of research cooperation, whereby we have now in our cluster over 70 members from these partner institutions, out of a total of about 150 cluster members. I don't want to bore you with too many details. If you are interested in the cluster, you can also visit our website. What I just want to emphasize here, that the cluster is perhaps sort of the umbrella under which we currently conduct many of our African-related research. In addition to that, the University of Bayreuth has the Institute of African Studies that not only coordinates research, but also teaching and other activities related to Africa. And this kind of initiative that you are pursuing through the Model African Union, I think, is a really, really great complement to the African studies activities in Bayreuth. It is no exaggeration to say that Bayreuth is the capital of African studies in Germany. Bayreuth, as you all know, is a small town. It's a bit remote, it's a bit provincial, but on the African studies map, Bayreuth really figures prominently, not just within Germany, but actually also in Europe and worldwide. And what we need, of course, to sustain this kind of intellectual rigor and vigor is the engagement of young people, of students. And this is why I really find your initiative so tremendously important. I myself first came to the University of Bayreuth in 1993, and it was actually, it happens to be Professor Spittler who brought me here as a postdoc. So that's now almost 30 years ago. Before that, I didn't really know where Bayreuth is located precisely. And Gerd Spittler was one, of course, of the people, the scholars who built the reputation of Bayreuth in African studies. And so what we are doing in the cluster, basically, we stand on the shoulders of giants. And this is why we are now able to sort of shine, but we will only be able, as I said, to sustain this if we cultivate our relationship with young people such as you. And what particularly intrigued me about your activities, and especially this year's Model African Union, is the topics that you picked, which are really timely, which are sort of cutting edge in current debates about Africa and African studies. And so far, I just talked about Africa, and actually, I think what needs to be done much more is to talk about Africa and the diaspora. This is precisely why your topic is so tremendously timely and important. In our cluster of excellence, we also explicitly address the diaspora. We are living in an entangled world. We are living in a global village, and we cannot just consider Africa as a continent or a container. We can only understand Africa as in its relations with the wider world. So I really think the choice of this year's topic is well taken, and also the subtopics that I saw that you are going to discuss in the various committees among the delegates. I think they show actually the great grasp that you and the Model African Union team have on the current fields and current debates about Africa and the diaspora. So it is restitution, it is the nexus of heritage and citizenship, it is the intersectionalities of war, and in particular, as they play out among African refugees in and from Ukraine, the African Union passport, and the question of decolonizing education, which is also one that is very prominent in our cluster of excellence. And I was intrigued also to see that you want to discuss about Pan-African knowledge platforms. And of course, another thing that is important in our cluster as well, innovations from Africa. So this selection of themes and sub-themes is really well taken. I want to congratulate you on this. And I can't actually commend you enough. I'm so pleased that you are doing this, and especially basically through volunteers who are taking it upon themselves to organize all this. I think the reward you get with your meetings and discussions, and also the relationships you forge outside of the auditoriums and seminar rooms, this reward is also, I think, huge. And setting up this in a hybrid format and allowing others to participate is another great achievement. I just want to say thank you and congratulations, and I wish you successful deliberations. Thank you for having me. That is so nice of you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much for your kind notes, your encouragement and motivation. We appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Now, I would like to request Kibuni to, I'm sorry. Now I would like to invite Edna to sing a song.
Check, check. Hello. I've been walking with my head turned to the sun. A weight on my shoulders, a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. When the stars roll back and the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to answer, gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Early in the morning, before the sun begins to shine, we're gonna start moving towards the separating line. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on my way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. That's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to answer, gonna keep on keeping on. With me, together we are going to a brand new home. And I know what's around the bend might be hard to face, and I might just fail, but God knows I tried. High as sky, feel the stars. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we go across the river. I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. I go to prepare a place for us. I go to prepare a place for us. I go to prepare a place for us. Thank you very much.
Pedro da Silva. Sorry for mispronunciation. So just wait for their performance. Thank you very much for the wonderful artistic performance. Now for the closing words, I would request Kubuni to please come here.
Okay. Dear delegates, chairs, and guests of the BAYMAU 22 conference, thank you all for being part of our conference this year. You are now all invited to join a reception here in this building, RW1, in the foyer. And after that, you are all cordially invited to join our SimSim workshop here in person on campus or also online via Zoom. We also have our first committee sessions today in the rooms S66 or 67 here also in this building. And after that, we'll have a dinner break followed by a movie night. Don't miss some informative and relaxing activities, and also don't miss the opportunity to discuss with people and get in touch with them, who knows, for further activities or conferences. The BAYMAU Conference 2022 is now officially opened.
Guys, can you hear me? Don't forget to close YouTube. We still live.